So, last night I was up. I usually go to bed around 9:30, and I was up all the way until like 10 or 10:30 last night, which is pretty late for me because I go to bed like right on the dot at that time at 9:30. And I was thinking, I don't know what happened, why I was thinking about it, but I was thinking about death. And my entire life I've always been afraid of death. When I was really little, I never had anybody die, but I learned very early how powerful death is. Um, I saw my parents go through loss. I just saw a lot of loss, okay? I saw the effects it had, and I understood death from a very young age. And I really loved my parents, obviously. And so the thought of losing them kind of stressed me out, like, a lot. And I lived with that fear for about 10 years, honestly. I've obviously not fully recovered from it because I still think about it sometimes. But I think death is, kind of a healthy fear too, which isn't the point of this video, but the fear of death is what keeps us going. The fear of death is what inspires us, what allows us to be creative, what allows us to love others. The fear of death is very important, and I believe that. So I'm kind of glad I'm, a little afraid of death, or I'd be like a little suicidal loser. But it still definitely plagues my mind, especially when I'm, trying to go to bed, and all I can think about is the fact that one day I will be dead. And I kind of wanted to elaborate on that a little bit in this video. I'm not afraid of dying or being dead. I'm afraid of the fact that every day, every second, every minute of my life that goes by is gone. Irredeemably, irrefutably gone. Sure, you can take pictures, you can look back on your memories, you can talk to others, but it's still gone. Every second I spend is a second I waste that I will never get back. And one day I'll be out of seconds. And then it'll be over. No take backsies, no try agains, none of it. And that's what really bugs me. The fact that I'm less so the fear of death and more so the fear of not being alive anymore. The fear of losing all I have. Because if I spent 5 trillion years sitting in a black void, I'd kill for half a second of pain. I hate boredom too, which is unrelated. And when I'm dead, assuming some kind of religion isn't correct, taking an atheistic point of view because that is the most culturally accepted in the world we live in today. When I die, I won't feel pain. I won't be there. But while I'm alive, I know that one day it's all gonna cut and go black. And I will never anything. It'll be over. And everybody who loved me will also die and be over. And everybody who loved them, and so on and so on. And I can find a little bit of comfort in the fact that any bad thing I've ever done is erased eventually. Every good thing I've ever done is also erased eventually, and I'm not really so worried about that. But I am worried about the fact that we all die with a little bit of hope in us. That's what really gets me. That's what I was really, really thinking about last night. Every single person, every man and woman, and anything in between that you want to choose to believe in or not, has hope. If they didn't, they'd probably just kill themselves if they could. If not, they probably would find a way anyway. You can hold your breath long enough to kill yourself if you really want to. Like, we're not gonna try, obviously, but you could. You could punch yourself in the face. If you're wrapped up in a straitjacket, you can still slam your head on the floor. Like, that. I don't really think they'll let you do that, but as long as you're not locked up in a psych ward, you can kill yourself at any time. Which is also really dark to think about, that everybody you love could just kill themselves any moment. But what I'm talking about, back on track, is we all have a little bit of hope. I don't know why I'm doing a heart, but we have a little bit of hope, and we carry that hope with us every day. Whether you have a little bit, a lot of it, you hope that when you die, it's not over. Even atheists believe this. I mean, obviously, an atheist hopes that it's not like Christianity, because then they're condemned to hell. But they hope that there's something there. That when they die, it's not just over. And if they can't find comfort in after death, then what they find comfort in is the effects, that the ripples that they've had on the world. They find comfort in changing the world as they live through it. And so, all of their family members watch as you die, and they're happy, you know, not like excited, but like they're happy for you, because they believe, oh well, he's just gone up into heaven, and you're just gone, and so they look forward to seeing you again one day, and they live the rest of their life, and then they die, and the same thing happens to them. We are all just dead, and all of our hope and all of our dreams and all of our love and all of our memories are gone and dead. Everything you do, you carry to the grave with you. Complimenting a kid on the side of the street sounds like a lovely thing to do. 50 years, all of us will be dead. Probably not 50 years, but like 100 years from now, I'll be dead. That kid I complimented on the street, he'll be dead. I made his life a little better, but it didn't matter because he died. And if he goes home and tells, his kids, oh, this guy complimented me on the street, and let's say on the very rare case, or on the in the small percent chance of the situation occurring, I don't know the word for that. If we get really lucky, and his kids remember that moment, and maybe they go out and compliment a guy on the street, it doesn't matter, because they'll die too, even if they remember their entire life. Even if they go out and compliment another guy on the street, he will die. No matter how long your train of ripples lasts, it will all end in the same thing: death. There is nothing we can do about it. It's the inevitability of death that really, scares me. Excuse me. It's the inevitability of death that really concerns me. And I'm not entirely sure what to do about it. This video is not, it'll help me, because the two people watching my videos don't know how to solve my life, how to solve every person on Earth's midlife crisis. Everybody goes through this. I'm not special. I know I'm not special. Which is something I'm going to talk about in another video. The paradox of being 14 and thinking you're special while knowing that you're not. Don't know if anybody else can relate to that, but I can. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I want to put in my closing notes here. We will all die. I don't mean to be a pessimist, but we will all die. Everything we do will be for nothing, and there is nothing we can do to redeem it, assuming there is not heaven after death, right? Or hell, I guess. Honestly, my honest opinion is that I'd rather burn in hell forever than die and there be nothing. So, I know a lot of people wouldn't agree with that, because you'd be like, well, why do you want to burn? Why do you want to be tortured for eternity? Because you know what? And I'm sure not everybody agrees with this, but if I had the choice between sitting in a white room for the rest of my life and sitting in a white room for the rest of my life with a buzzer that electrocutes me every 10 seconds, I'm gonna pick the buzzer. And I know that not a lot of people would agree, but well, I'm sure a lot of people would, but not all of them, not everybody. I don't mean to stutter so much, but I don't use a script at all. I literally just was doing dishes and decided I would talk about this because it's kind of been bugging me, and when I talk about things, it kind of helps. So let me know if you've thought about this at all, if you've worried about this, and let me know how you deal with it, how you feel about it, and I will see you later, I guess. But not before somebody dies.